What is up, you guys? Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate, but Happy New Year's. And what we're doing in this video is reviewing, as I have one of my new Christmas gifts, a comfy, a Pokemon embroidered comfy with some extremely frustrating and flaccid ears that will not stay back. It's also hot as hell in this thing. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this off. We're gonna announce the winners of the 1,000 subscriber giveaway that happened about 2 to 3 weeks ago. And then we are gonna get into a comedic, absolute prime comedy review of did I meet my 2024 Pokemon goals. Spoiler alert, I didn't. Some of them I did, but just, yeah, you're gonna want to stay for this one. But it's just gonna be me talking. Hopefully not in this. I'm gonna actually take this off. So let me teleport out of my Pikachu comfy. All right, we are back in our normal get up. Let's adjust the camera here. All right, what I'm gonna show on the screen first and foremost, because you guys have patiently waited. A couple weeks ago, I made a video thanking everyone in a long rant for helping me reach one of my milestones of 1,000 subscribers. We are already at like 1.3 thousand now. So the growth has increased. I want to thank you guys for that. I love this community. I like just having a space where I can talk about Pokemon and talk about it with like-minded people who care about the hobby. So thank you for that. And I wanted to reward you guys with 7 small giveaways that all resembled a part of my kind of journey back into Pokemon. So there was a bit of a story with it. And I thought that would be a unique way to give not just one person something big, but 7 people something small. So right now I'm gonna flash on the screen those 7 winners. I need those 7 people to DM me or reach out. I will put my email address in or a way you can contact me in the description of this video. And then I need you 7 people to reach out to me, and we can coordinate how, shipping address, the whole nines. This is free. This is gonna be nothing for any of you guys to pay for, but just gifts you gotta get, and this is my first giveaway. So I gotta figure out how to actually give you guys what you have won, but congrats to the 7 winners shown on the screen. Okay, my 7, there is a bonus goal, so we'll call it my 8 goals of 2024. It is New Year's Day. Happy New Year's Day of 2025. When 2024 kicked off, I was 3 months back into Pokemon. And I thought it would be fun to, once I kind of got my feet wet back in the hobby, and I very much knew I was head over heels in this thing, I wanted to create a roadmap for maybe what I wanted to accomplish in 2024. And I knew I was going to be all in on this thing, so I thought it was achievable. I didn't achieve them all. We're going to start with the first one. The first one I thought was the easiest to complete because I do buy a lot of Pokemon product. My number 1 goal of 2024 was to collect 5 sealed booster boxes. Update for you guys and newsflash, we currently have 0. We have 0. We have purchased well over 5, probably closer to the number of, I don't know, 50, and none of them are sealed. And I did at one time have 2 Chilling Reign, a Lost Origin, a Fusion Strike, and a Paldea Evolved. That was going to be my 5. I don't know if I ever had all 5 of those at the same time, but there was a period of time where I had at least 3. I'm going to drink my, I think it's a Riesling German wine. Happy New Year's. If you are of age and feel so obliged, feel free to celebrate alongside of me. But I epically failed at this goal. The guys and I have a problem of when we have sealed product, we pick up cards too. We pick up cards, singles, slabs. Sealed product is expensive, and we like to open it. So it is often extremely great trade leverage for something else that we want. Or we like to rip into it late at night and see if we get any hits. So that is one thing I am terrible at, is keeping products sealed. We epically failed at that goal. Goal number 2. Travel both locally to trade shows or trade nights at LGSs and not locally to a convention or Collecticon. That is a 50% we accomplished it rating. We did not travel locally. I've been to LGSs. I go to my local game stores all the time to buy cards. I have not gone there for a trade night or to interact with the local community, which probably would help me with goal number 3 here. coming up, but I haven't done much of that or dove into trading. The guys and I trade here so often that I don't feel the need, but I still see the desire of seeing other people's collections and trading. I didn't do that. We did make it to the Chicago Collecticon though in October, and that was epic. So that definitely took some intentionality behind it. That was a big goal to check off, and we are very much going to be going to 1 or 2 Collecticons in 2025. That was an all-time experience. I have a recap video on that weekend, and you're not going to want to miss what we picked up to basically fill like half of this vintage hollow binder. So that's a 50% hit that goal. Goal number 3, learn the TCG. TCG stands for Trading Card Game. This hobby of Pokemon was always intended to be that, a trading card game, a competitive game, a thing where you trade cards with your buddies, your homies, and you battle and you play the game. I might know less about the TCG now than I did when I made this goal in 2024. I found my vintage playmats. I found my vintage damage counters. I've surrounded myself more with this hobby than maybe oxygen in the air itself. And I know less about the TCG from a competitive standpoint than ever before. I do know cards that have playability and have high sellability for that reason, and I sell them on my eBay shop. But I do not pursue the competitive scene. Does that mean I don't want to? I don't know. I do want to. I don't have a ton of time. And the time I do have, I put toward my collection and I put toward trading. And I enjoy a lot of other things. That is not to say that I don't have a desire to someday learn how to. I would like to. The one thing I would really like to do is make a 60 card deck and bling the hell out of it. Put my rarest, best, most expensive cards into a 60 card deck and see what that's all about. And I just didn't do that. I got dumber. And it takes a real Pokemon trainer to admit that. So goal number 4, more vintage. Yeah. Like in 72 bold font did we hit this goal. I went all in on vintage, and we're not going to show you all of it because I think in every video I flex this binder, and I'm going to try to stop doing that, but I probably won't. This is base set. Again, these are not all near mint. Some of them are LP, some are MP, and there are a few that are heavily played slash damage, mostly if they're a childhood card. But a lot of these are in LP condition, kind of in that MP to near mint range. So there's value here. And most importantly, I just want to look at vintage sets, and I want to see the story that vintage set tells, and I want to know what cards I'm missing. So we have base set. We're not going to go through this whole thing. That's in a different video. We now finally, as of 2 weeks ago, have Jungle and Fossil completely mastered. So that's cool. And then we are, there's the rest of Fossil. And then we are weak. That's my childhood Charizard. It's a base set 2 Charizard. We are weak on base set 2, but then we pick up strong again in Team Rocket. And then it keeps going. So needless to say, this binder, WotC promos, you name it, Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge, the Neos. The Neos are my next pursuit. Anyways, I did not have maybe a 6th, an 8th, a 10th of that vintage hollow collection, that vintage collection when I made that goal. So I'm very proud that that goal is not only completed, but completed tenfold. That helps make up for the ones that I literally didn't even complete 1% of. Now we get to the eBay shop. I wanted to grow my eBay shop. I wanted to sell more. I did that. I have a lot of sales. I have a 99% customer rating, and one guy was just very upset that his CGC 10 Squirtle illustration rare had a print line on it. I showed photos of the print line very clearly, and it can be seen on the listing, and it's not in my opinion, it's not my fault that CGC graded it a 10 with a print line. That's the grade it got. So lesson, I guess, to everyone is when you get a 10, it doesn't mean the card's perfect. It means that the grader gave it that grade. So that's the one negative review that my eBay shop has. I take a lot of pride in giving people what they ordered and on time. And I did have more sales. And I need to figure out how to where to take the eBay shop this upcoming year. Just if I want to sell higher end cards, or if I want to get into more bulk, whether that's lots or singles. I have a lot of base set Jungle, Fossil, and Gym and Neos, like commons and uncommons, and some are in first edition. And I don't know, I don't want to go through the time and effort to sell cards that are worth a quarter, but cards that are worth a couple dollars, how do I kind of do that in a strategic way, maximizing efficiency and ROI? We'll see. But I would say that goal is accomplished. Next, develop an intro or outro for this YouTube channel. As you saw in this video, that didn't happen. One person, shout out to you, and I would like you to reach out again because I can't find your comment. One person did reach out to design me a sweet intro for my channel. And he emailed me and it got lost in the shuffle. I can't find that email. So that is something I still want to do. I do want to take this YouTube channel to the next level this year. Unfortunately, I did not develop an intro or an outro. Goal number 7 is kind of tied in with that. It is grow this YouTube channel. And because of you guys and your support, and just trying to consistently give at least a video a week, I do want to increase that, but at least a video to 2 videos a week. And that was hit or miss sometimes, but try to stay on that 50 to 100 videos a year. Kind of consistency helped grow the channel, and then to start pumping out shorts along with long form videos so that I could grow or reach a wider audience. I definitely think I grew the YouTube channel, and that is a huge shout out to you guys for helping me get there. My bonus goal was slab growth, my slab collection, growing that. I don't know if I grew the quantity of slabs that I own. I will say I grew the value and what they kind of do for me and the joy that they bring me, the certain cards that I've kept and flipped my slab collection into. And it's certainly grown more impressive. I think I had previously I had a lot of CGCs, almost only. Now it's like 50-50 with PSA. I had a lot of cards that hit a 9 or cheap slabs or $20 slabs or slabs I picked up in a trade, and they weren't, or all from my first grading submission where I got like 24 CGC slabs back. I have since traded some of those away, sold some of those away, and turned it into, some vintage cards have a lower grade, but pretty much almost exclusively 10s. I'm growing a pristine 10. I'll actually just show you guys this. All right, so there's gonna be some glare here. Actually, I'll turn off my lights. All right, there is still going to be some glare here. That just is what it is. This is my slab collection. We do have a stack of extras, but I just thought it'd be cool to show. Try to figure out a way to eliminate glare. I have so many lights in this office. Whatever, we'll live with it. All right, so these are sequential 10s. Yes, they're CGC, but they're sequential 10s of what is in Obsidian Flames, and these 2 are in Stellar Crown, but these are the Japanese promos from the EX exclusive box, like triple deck box, and they are gorgeous and they are sequential. I'm extremely proud of those 10s, and then here's my 151. 2 10s and 1 9, that's 151. And then here's my 4 pristine 10 CGCs. CGC pristine 10s are holding their value and exceed the value of PSA 10s more often than not. It's CGC 10s and below that have tanked in value. So I'm really proud of these 2 English cards. One's a first edition Psyduck Vintage that I got from Frank, and then this one was graded myself. I graded one, it hit a 10, and one hit a pristine 10. And English does not typically lead to CGC pristine 10 quality and results. These 2, the gold and the gold, just look so sick together in both cards. So I'm really proud of these 4 pristine 10s. These are vintage, but these are big boys. I will always have those. And then down here, we have 2 cards that feature Pikachu and Growlithe, both in a 10, and both Japanese, just so that they could kind of be paired together. And then this is a Japanese Gym Heroes Gym 2 Erica's Ivysaur in a 10 PSA, so that's super cool. These are my Master Balls and Japanese hits. The Secret Rare Mew, which is not a promo in Japanese. This is an SAR. And I pulled both these with my wife along with that Charizard. So these are just special cards, but they did hit 10s in PSA. And then this was my first grading submission. I got a 10 on my Master Ball Vulpix and a 10 on that Charizard Full Art. Some vintage down here, Legendary Collection Charizard non-hollow, Dark Dragonite hollow, Snorlax Reverse hollow from Skyridge, first edition Gengar fossil. Hashtag flex on this Pikachu, just because it was accidentally in frame. And then I do want to get my first name in unknowns. So A is the first part of that. And I got a PSA 8. And then over here, there's a 10 Japanese promo Pikachu. And this little guy, this is the Delta species, one of the few Delta species variants, hollow variants of Pikachu. And that is in a low PSA 4, but just a card that I absolutely love. And acquired in a trade from Matt. So I absolutely love where the slab collection has gone. We'll flip you back around and wrap up this video. So there you have it. Par for the course. I met some of my goals, exceeded my expectation on some of my goals, and didn't meet and didn't even really scratch the surface of even sniffing 1% of completion on some of the goals. And that just kind of is what it is for me. I am proud that I still met some of them, and I will say I didn't reference them. I should have like tacked them to my wall and been more intentional about meeting them, because I think when you set goals at that point, you want to accomplish them all. You map out what you want your next year to be. This can kind of be said about New Year's resolutions, whatever. You lay out at that point in time what is important to you and where you want to be in whatever it is, a year's time, whatever the goal parameters are. And really that should be the roadblock to get you where you want to be, unless you intentionally look at that goal and say, I no longer want to pursue that. Well, I didn't even look at my goals, period. So I'm disappointed that I didn't even kind of remember some of them and focus more on some of them, but I'm also proud that without looking at that list of goals, that I naturally hit probably half of them. So that's kind of a summary of 2024. We will do, I think the next video I want to do is my personal top 10 best artworks in maybe the Scarlet and Violet era, and then in Pokemon ever printed as a whole. That's going to take a lot of time, some editing, but I think it's going to be fun for all of us to see. Great artwork, undisputed great artwork. Might not be your top 10. That's going to be in the debate for the comments, but I want to see the prices of those cards too. So that's just fun for people who appreciate artwork as collectors, but then for the people who like to see the value behind it, that's going to be on there too. Those videos are coming up. I think my 2025 goals video is coming up, but this one I wanted to announce the winners of the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. If you're not subscribed, we're going to start to do more giveaways, because hitting 1,000 subs allowed us to hit a monetization milestone, which will just help me thank you guys more frequently. So thank you for that. This is not a side hustle. This won't net me a ton of money. This is a small channel, but it is a way for me to just say thank you more frequently. And congrats to you giveaway winners. Happy New Year's to everyone. Hopefully this was fun for you guys to listen along with and see part of my collection and hear some of the goals I did and didn't meet. And yeah, most importantly, be a good person, tell someone you love them. We will catch you in the next video. Happy New Year's. Enjoy yourselves. Non-Dark out. Peace.